Hello. Hello, and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today, I'm going to be working on the Alien Xenomorph from Agora Models, stage 46, which is more work on the right hand and more work on the skull here. So first thing you got to do, like always, is take the noisy bag and get the parts out. So we have the palm of the hand. That looks like half of the arm. I think that's where the wrist is going to hook on, or it is the wrist. A couple of pipes. That should be everything out of that bag. And this smaller bag has a pin, 3 screws, more LEDs with an extended length on the tape, or on an extended wire on it, and some magnets. Set those off to the side, and we will get started on here. So first thing it has you do is take this piece here. What do they call it? It's the wrist. It is the wrist joint. You take that piece along with this pin, and you slide the pin through here. It will stick out just a little bit on either side. Then you'll drop that, just looking to see. Doesn't look like there's any difference on the sides. Let's see. Does not seem to want to go in that way. Whoops. So if I put it in there, let me see what the instructions say. Interesting. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, like in the last video, I did mention that I had put this second brace piece in here and it didn't call for it yet. And now I see why. So I need to take this back out. Once I get this screw out of here, let me see if that's going to be enough. It's pretty close, because what you have to do is there's a pin on either side in there. So this has got to drop in far enough, which it will. Come on. It will without that second brace in there, or connector, whatever you want to call it. That is pretty tight there. And then slide the pin back in here, if I can, with it in there. Actually, we'll do it this way. It's being held by those 2 pins, so I'll slide this pin. I will be right back. I just dropped that pin, so let me go find it. Okay, was not that. I kind of panicked a little bit because it dropped and I felt it bounce off my leg, and I was like, oh boy, this thing is gone. But it was not. So let me see what I can do about getting this down where it needs to be. You know what? I'm not going to do it that way. Go ahead and drop that pin back out. There we go. That's a little bit better. What it was I had the wrist was at an angle. I couldn't get the pin to go and sit in place while I put the other piece on top of it. So let's put this down in here. Hang on a second. Let me look back in the bag because I could have sworn I counted all the parts. But it looks like I am missing one. So let me pause again while I see if I'm missing a part, which is going to really suck if I do, because I'm done if I'm missing that part. So give me just a minute. Okay, so after looking through the bag extensively, like several times, matter of fact, I'm trying one more time, and looking around the area, whole 9 yards, everything, I'm missing a part. So this is as far as I can go on this issue. Well, actually I can do a little bit more, and I'm just double checking the 2 bags again. So what I'm going to have to do is put that pin away so I don't lose it, because I'm going to leave this like it is, because the pin, once it's in here, there's a part that goes across here, and that part is not in the kit, or was not in the bag today. So I'm going to do what I can, and then contact Agora and say, yeah, can you resend me this stage? And unfortunately, based on how it worked out with the Root Master, it is going to be another month before I can do anything on the Alien, which means I'm going to run out of content on the Alien. I'm, not too happy about it. So I'm putting these back in. This part will be just fine right here. That'll stay right here. But if I put the pin in, I'm going to lose it. And so I'll just leave that as is. So what was supposed to happen is that I put the bracket over top of that. The bracket goes over top of this before this block goes in, but I don't have the bracket. The bracket was supposed to go on here, like on here, right here, or go right here. No, not right there. Okay, it goes down and into these 2 screw holes, holds that pin in so that this can't do this. Once that was in place, this would go over top of it, holding the whole thing together, and we'd be able to later on, not in this issue, attach that wrist piece to the rest of the arm here. Unfortunately, can't do that, and like I mentioned before, I believe I mentioned it in the video. I know I was talking on HTM about it. I'm leaving these pipes off. I'm going to just put them in a bag. Actually, I'm going to put them back in their bag. Or this little bag here. Drop them in there. Mark it with the stage, which is 46. And put them on later on. Hang on just a second. Okay, so what I can do, and can't really test the lights because the test board is blown up, but I can test them with my power supply. The rest of what I can do is put this part here, the last of these LEDs, into the skull. First things first, let me double check, make sure that they work. And they do. So where they'll go in the skull is they will attach to this point here, the little one we put in last time. It's kind of odd to me that we go up into the end of the skull and then run the power back down. Double check I'm not missing anything. Yes, we put that in there, and then okay. And just to show you what it will look like, I can actually connect the power here. And that's what it'll look like, a little bit of a glow in there. What you hear in the background is my power supply. I'm setting it down to about the same as a 9-volt battery. And so now that I've got that in there, I'm going to glue this down in place. Set it on here. Okay, there. And the 3M tape is really good most of the time. But in something like this, it could come loose. So let me go ahead and get the last of the glue out of here. If I could get anything else out of this thing. I think that, yeah, there we go. I'm going to do both ends because I don't want it coming loose at all. Take the Instaset. And I don't ever spray it because it will go everywhere. I just take this and use it kind of like a dropper. And then it says to take the wire here. Okay, hang on. Let's see. Let's put a little bit behind this because it's already starting to come loose. So we'll lay the wire back down on top of it. Drop some Instaset in there. If I can get any to come out. Do a little bit of Instaset in there. Make sure. Yeah, so now it's holding that down in place. This wire will come back up here to the end of the, to where the skull will go together. It does say that you probably want to mark the 2 wires. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the skull together the way I had it originally. Wires are going to come out through this hole right here. And you can tell really easily which one is which, but I want to make sure. So I'm going to drop this one through. You can tell because this one is really long, but once the skull's together, it may not be that they are so much different from each other. Get this one through here. And just so that they don't pull back through, I'm going to put a clamp on here. And then carefully put the skull together, making sure that this wire that's running all the way through is not doing what it's doing right now, which is popping outside the edge of it. So this does fit inside here. It's just a little bit. There we go. That's actually the first time I've ever put it together on camera. see, now you've got him there like that. Go ahead and pull that off. And I don't think I need to label these because this is the light, this is the motor. Make sure that everything is together. Let's see, take lower head assembly. Stage 13. Make sure the cables through the rectangular hole out the underside. Okay, so this is as far as I can go. A little disappointed that I can't finish the hand, but that's how things go sometimes. I'll throw these magnets in here, get these screws put away, and that is all I'm going to be able to do today. I am at a stopping point until I get parts from Agora. Maybe they'll throw the replacement parts in my current package because I am waiting for a package from them. It has not yet shipped according to their website, so we'll see what happens. Like and subscribe. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. I will probably post this video just explaining what's going on, and at a later date we will come back in stage 47. We'll come back and do the finish off the wrist. So like I was saying, like and subscribe. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. Lost my mind there. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any time I post new content if you're interested. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you on the next video. Okay, so Agora came through a lot quicker than I expected them to, which is really awesome because now I can go ahead and finish this piece. I just need to figure out which one is the right piece. Let me see. Leave that. Yeah, that should be the pin. So for me, it's been about 2 or 3 weeks. For you guys, just a few seconds or a few minutes, depending on how much of the video you watched. So I still have this barrel piece in here. I just got to get the pin positioned in here, and of course it wants to fall right back out as soon as I get it in because of the way it's located. But okay, that should do it. Get back in there. So what I'm doing, what it has to do is it has to be located through the lug or through the barrel piece, and then in there between the two pieces. This is the piece that I was missing, and Agora came through with that like really, really fast. Let me double check. This goes in here. Mouse is over there, so I can't move this. Look at the PDF. So this goes in here over top of here, and you can see there's 2 spots there for it. This is going to go on over top of this, and let me hopefully get the right screws because I'd already taken them out of the bag, but Agora has black and silver screws, and they're pretty much the same. So we're going to grab 2 of the black screws, or for this build, they're pretty much the same. So I'm going to take these 2 screws, put them into the holes. There and there. And this would have been, I decided to add it to the end of this video rather than trying to put it out as its own video, which means that you're going to have double outro here. I already did an outro. I'll do another one. And you can see there's the screws, and this should now, there, keeps a piece in there the way it's supposed to. double check. Already got these two brackets in here. Make sure they're all tightened down. I'm just following along the instructions that I already did, but had to leave parts of it undone. So right hand, certain it's a good fit, glue into place. I don't think I'll need to glue this. It says to glue it, but I'm going to see if it will just push in place and be good. If it will, then I'm not going to bother with gluing it, because I think once this is in place, it's going to be a bear to get back out. That pin. Okay, that one's pushed in. That one's kind of lining, not quite actually lining up. Maybe we'll get that one lined up first. There's pins inside here that I'm trying to get lined up without snapping them off. There's a total of 6. So pin here, 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 here. I'm not sure which way is the best way to line them up. I know that I've got to get all 6 lined up at the same time. Let's see what happens if I get these ones lined up first. And of course, it is a black part going into a black part. And what is still holding it up? I think that pin there. Everything but one pin is in place. And I don't want to snap any pins off trying to do this. So let me pause the camera and I will be right back for this. Okay, it wasn't a good solid snap, but it is in place, and I'm looking at, you can see that it is loose. If you look at that gap, when I push it, it goes together a little bit. So I will, after the fact, I'm not going to take it back out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do glue along just the seam and clamp it. So it will be glued, but no reason to do that right now. Let me make sure. Okay, and it had gluing the pipes onto here, which I'm not doing at this point. Did the head. And that is all there is to do. We've got this piece here, got this part. And like I said, I'm not doing the pipes until after I put the skin on. I think it's just going to work out a little bit better. This is going to push on here. Metal piece is going to hold it. So that is all there is to do in stage 46. I would say like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. But I already said it about 7 minutes ago in the video. So take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will see you in the next video.